We'll boot up the recording now. Well, let's go. Well, chat, are you ready for more dramatic reading? Dramatic reading? Alright. I think we should go for the astropathic station. The astropathic station is dead ahead of the void ship. It is motionless. There's lifeless silence across its vox frequency. Its lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths who claim to be hearing incessant ghostly howl all the more disturbing. Contact the station by Vox. The station is not responding. Perhaps there is no one left who could respond. Deploy a scouting team. The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here, not quite now, smudged, as it were, across time. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of the ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence. Hey, yo, Pessoa. How's your day going? How's the pit? The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive and screaming. How is my... I'm not saying the rest of that. I'm fine. I'm actually doing pretty good. I got a new video out on my YouTube channel. And that's been doing okay. Send Zachary Whites to the station with a squad of bodyguards. Choirmaster Whites boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for hours in front of a man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Then Master Whites offered a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Whites reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy, the late choirmaster's amulet, taken from his frozen body after his death. If you good, me good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. The psychic shriek carrying across the immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the cry was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power, so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into psychers' minds, evoking everywhere the same image, a dark, gaping, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Now that the mad choirmaster has finally stopped screaming, the song of the Immaterium has reached the rogue trader's void ship too. Burn it all! Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that their unfortunate souls captured by the warp have perished along with their home. Well, I was kind of expecting a bit more. Drinking my little wake-up drink. It is a orange creamsicle flavor. Anime Girl Thighs is the official title. Nightmare sequence. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you've been using to drop yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtveer's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Step back! Step back or else! The dead only draw closer and closer. Your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You've felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. You bad equals heresy. You look bad equals heresy. Look good equal heresy. You good equals heresy. Why is everything heresy? Let's see. I'm going to try something here, chat.
The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion.
I throw the Daemon Blade away. Never! Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze.
Resisting your fate is futile.
You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your death. Death. Desk. Clothes drip. Are you questioning me? Do you think you're smarter than me? Heresy! Clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing and you struggle to recall those faces and images of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your vox and call for your servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Yeah, no heresy here. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. There. Oh, unpause. Yeah. Ooh. Goodies, chat. Goodies. I like the Wizard of Oz. Alright, let's look at equipping ourselves, eh? I don't really need fellowship. And besides, that's a much better thing. Spinner's Mask. Face of the Sovereign. The wearer gains an additional +1 resolve whenever they kill an enemy. Yeah, she needs to wear her mask. If worn by a psyker, the wearer gains immunity to the horrors of the warp effect. Ah! There you go. You don't need a rogue trader's cloak. You, on the other hand, Cassia, my dearest darling beloved, you do need that. We love Cassia here. I picked up ice with my straw. Alright, back over here. Right, like, yeah. Then we go like, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. 8 to 13, 7 to 12, 8 to 12. Oh, I guess I take this over the noble sword then. My lord, would you like the noble sword? You would. This is a great honor. Indeed it is. Deadshot stubber revolver. Ooh, I like that. Blast wave, two-handed, ranged weapon, light, solid projectile. Push target 3 cells away. Chat, I'm taking this one. Hell yeah, brother. 9 to 14 for faux hammer. Or 8 to 16. Sure. See, that looks fancy, doesn't it? The game's quiet, though, huh? Psychic staff. Oh yeah, she should have a chainsword anyways. 9 to 14. Oh, fuck yeah. You're taking faux hammer. Fallout 1 inventory. Kinda. This is a old, or not really old school, but this is a CRPG, so it has more in common with old school RPGs. God, that's a good sword. 17 to 20 damage. Oh. Oh. Chat, do you think if I ask her nicely, she'll marry me? Oh, no, she's already got armor on. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's not the way out, chat. This is. Canonis expanse. There we go. Scan it. Hit the starport. And we are taking our army. I guess we're taking everyone. We're going to get rid of the Psyker first. Because she's a heretic witch! And I shall have no witches in my retinue! Heresy! pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing! A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgar. Alright, so our skies are in lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happened to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it, and on a shuttle like that? Where'd you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He's visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads! We got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the holy throne! What is this mess? They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Silence, witch! Abelard, enlighten this rabble about the proper manner of greeting the God Emperor's chosen. You stand before the rogue trader von Valancius, you ignorant worm. Snap to attention this instant and give his lordship a formal report. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin like an exemplary soldier, and barks, My mistake, sir! At once! The starport is under the control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sergeant... A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. Pardon me. Sergeant Lasso Malga reporting. My unit is holding the starport in governor's orders. How may I serve? Some dirty dog nearly shot down my shuttle. Affirmative, your lordship, sir. It's all those damned rebels. The maggots somehow got their hands on an anti-aircraft battery, and it's causing our shuttles no end of trouble. That thing really packs a punch. You're lucky they missed you. I've seen them fry 2 shuttles carrying reinforcements. Not a soul survived. What is going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up to the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykad Manoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priests linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security at key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. Who are you, anyways? Sergeant Lasse Malga, sir. 11th generation, loyal soldier of House Winterscale. Awarded 3 commendations for faultless service. Ever since the olden days, his lordship, the rogue trader, has recruited soldiers and shipwrights on Rykad by Norris. So there's no greater honour for a Rykadian than serving in his lordship with diligence. And what caused this rebellion. Ill thoughts, sir. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking, things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty. That's when those, Emperor, forgive me, preachers came. They started rolling everyone up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just kept coming. More and more of them. You are doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. It is people like you that hold the Imperium together. Or live to serve! The sergeant's grim voice rings with a martyr's pride. I'm going to see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we'll follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Your dear friends, blah 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 blah. Pardon me, milady, but I can't get my head round these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. The sergeant shakes his head in disappointment. Oh, if only Sergeant Davin of Tertium were here, he'd have completely lost his marbles. But if I'd let him accompany you, you could... Oh... chat, there was this thing. Let me see if I can't find it here on Steam. Hang on. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ah, you know what? It's gonna be here. They had an announcement. Is it Dark Heresy? Lex Imperialis? Right. So Owlcat and Fat Shark did a collaboration between their two teams. It basically lets you get a shovel. Darktide, Fat Shark's game, is set on the planet of Tertium. And this line here is new. They just shoved that in. Davian of Tertium? Who's that? It's an Imperialis guard on another planet, but that's not important right now. One of ours, a veteran. No idea how he wound up here. The man's from Atoma Prime on the other end of the galaxy. Silent chap, crazy eyes, but you should see him slay the enemies of humanity. There's none like him. The sergeant casts a glance somewhere past the starport. When it started, he went missing out in the streets somewhere. Worse news for the rebels, though. He's an absolute beast in close quarters combat. Is the path ahead dangerous? Blah, blah, blah. His remark about mines lodges itself in your memory. More than anything, you'll need to watch the ground. Oh. Okay, that's not important. What tech priest? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not a commissar, so I guess I will bless him. He's a good soldier and his heroism is noted. I live to serve. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, chat. Let's level up. Lifetime of scars. Ooh, less from toxic and bleeding. That's cool. Stunned, blinded, or immobilized. Oh, I'm taking that one. Alright, the operative. None of this matters because I don't like you. Argenta, my beloved. Fired up. ruin. Unpredictable. Oh, absolutely. And what's awareness? Oh, yeah, sure. Take commanding voice, yeah, absolutely. And persuasion. Ah, Cabela, my beloved. Chain weapon expert, ballistic skill. Dual weapon combat. Yeah, we'll take dual weapon combat. That makes sense for the character. And we take weapon skill, of course. And we'll take... come back over here. Take acrobatic artistry. Athletics. She seems athletic, don't you think, chat? Weapon skill. Okay, I'll take blade in his hand, sure. Athletics. Aegis Lock, Crimson Tide. Okay. What's Dance of Thorns? Oh, interesting. Anytime an ability or talent uses the Fellowship bonus, a Voidborn character can instead use the Intelligence bonus if it is higher. I don't want to deal with that. 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage. You know what? I'll take that. Abelard! Carouse. And I'll take Thick Skin. Oh. Yeah, goods for my cargo. To war!
Did you?
All right. Cassia, you go there. Adira, you go there. Alright, everyone is in position. Let us begin.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Alright, Abelard. Go get him! Chop, chop, motherfucker! And then bless me, Cassia. Oh!
Moving out. Weather the storm.
Holy shit!
Scared, yeah?
Vaporized that dude. Literally made him transform states of matter from a solid to a liquid.
dance of blades and shadows.
Right?
Death is a blessing.
Ah, I can't get to him. Alright. My turn. Huh. Alright, well, let's just, swap weapons.
Let's get to it.
And my turn. He shot me!
Hold on.
Hold on! Yeah, get parried, bitch. Cocky clamor. Yo, where all the ladies at? Cocky want bling bling. Alright. Tell you what I'll do, chat. Do that so I don't run the risk of shooting my guys. Ah, no. Ah, damn it! Why'd I bother? Abelard? Dispose of the riffraff, if you please. What? Turning that man's brains into goop. Alright, Cassia.
I have read tomes
Cassia.
of military tactics.
Cassia Dora.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
God, she has such a cute voice, chat.
Follow my lead.
Boom! Get
Brings me no
fucked.
pleasure.
I refuse to believe that. Cabela, I think that brought you a lot of pleasure.
Let's make it quick.
Stop running away! Get over here and let me stab you. God damn it! I can't hit these broads with my gun to save my life! Alrighty. Cassia, kindly relieve these gentlemen of their personals. Yeah, sure. The eyes lie, the final dawn purifies vision. Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Gain true vision, renounce false sight, all will be revealed. Yeah. The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. "Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good." "Who are you?" "Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders," the young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. "Are you unharmed, soldier?" "All thanks to you, my lord. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods, driven mad by the pain, to wander the streets, babbling nonsense." He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, "The command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense. It's heresy. Actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks where the blind mob got a hold of him and carried him from his post off to who knows where." "And what exactly were you doing here on your own?" "Following Governor Medina's special orders. Namely," he grits his teeth with a pained expression furrowing his brow. "Alright, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it." Coercion. "I am a rogue trader. Why don't I simply order you to tell me everything? It is well within my rights." "A rogue trader?" After casting a quick glance over your gear, he nods in understanding. "Oh, so you must be from House von Valencia's ship. The starport's auger surveillance system reported it had detected your ship entering the system. Then you heaved to, sent a shuttle out to another unidentified ship. Very strange one at that. And then that ship departed." Jasper pauses for a second, then mumbles, "But, the auger surveillance station's reports are not to be disclosed to third parties. But you know that already, don't you?" "Well, alright. If you really are the rogue trader, I'll tell you everything." "So, why did they send you to the starport?" "I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes, and how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into the VoxNet and now are eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium has sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rykad, the prison planetoid. Urak 5 station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or captain here who could give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon." He stops talking, a little too abruptly. "There's something else you're hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets?" "It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing, Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Ewan Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Rykad, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then this rebellion started up down here, and we lost communication. Nobody knows how they're doing up there." Yeah, blah, 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 didn't answer. "Raquel is alive. I met her on Rykad. That's marvelous. Tell me about Urak 5. Who is Yvain Winterscale? You think the governor can handle this rebellion? I won't tell anyone. He doesn't. Continue. Looking for an inquisitor. I have no questions. I must take my leave." Chat, I am a tired kitty cat.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Ah, that elevator. Elevator, elevator. There's a fly in my soup. Yeah, this seems safe.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Cannot escape their fate. Show them no mercy.
Alright. Abelard, you go here. You go here. Argenta, you take cover there. Cassia, you take cover there. And Adira, I really don't care. I guess you can take cover there.
Here we go.
Phew! Wow, dude. Good job killing many of your friends. Ow!
Out my way.
Out my way! Oh, you guys ain't too bright, is you? Cassia, can I have an extra turn? No?
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Thank you, Cassia. Boom! Triple kill. Kill-tacular. Kill-tocracy. Kilimanjaro. Killionaire. Kill Gates. I can just kill their commander. I cast Brain Aneurysm.
Here we go.
Killing in the name of.
Time to slaughter someone.
Really, Argenta? You just shot me twice for no fucking reason? Hey, buddy. Here's a headache. God, that class is so good, chat. Blade Dancer's fucking sick. Ugh. Light flak armor. Ooh, with no dodge penalty. Yeah, I might take that. There you go, Cassidora. Starport. Mining. Mining. Oh yeah, Pascal, my favorite. Not really my favorite, but Pascal's pretty cool. I'll be happy to have him on my crew.
Coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Oh, harmless lady.
Fire on the nearest target. Don't kill the tech priest. We need to take him alive. And let their enemies win. What's he doing? Hold back.
Skadoosh.
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Man, dressed in crimson, should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half his face.
Not another step. Flee, for I am death.
By the throat. What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, placid.
Abelard, this is no time to lose your composure. Present me.
Rogue trader von Valancius greets you, honored tech priest, and graciously grants you permission to remain in his presence.
Thank you, Abelard.
I identify you as a member of a high strata belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
Who are you?
I identify as Magus Pascal.
Identify? Whoa!
By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orcelio star charts in the Furibundus system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
How did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
You do not even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
I love you, Cabela. Marry me.
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by the commander to discontinue their movement and wait to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
You must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death.
Based.
With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumphant service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Agreed. Alright, Adira, get the fuck out. Abelard, you're still in. Alright. Intelligence, of course. First attack in combat. Whoa. Heavy armor. Incredible. We'll just go with kind of the basic stuff. Intelligence, of course. You are meant to be intelligent after all. Logic. Instant exposure. Fires of the Forge. Oh, you know what, chat? I should have checked his inventory. Huh, I think they nerfed him. Five to 7 or 4 to 6. Ugh. Skirmisher boots. 25 chance to gain 2 movement points. Those actually sound great for what I do. Pascal, you can have that helmet that won't even show up on you. Keep things nice and simple.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Yeah, thank you. Ooh, a bolter. That's just a... Wait. Wait. No, whoa. 6 to 10. 9 to 4. Shit, man. What about you, Pascal? You want a bolter instead of a last gun? That should be fun.
I am registering a significant quantity of non-essential self-harm inflicted by this unit. Requesting clarification.
You reshape your body so that it may reflect the depth of your devotion. So too do I reshape mine. The scars on my skin become prayers, and my every torment turns into zeal.
I like letting my party talk to each other. Whoa. Figured it out, chat. You sure the machine spirits will listen to you? I'll bet they're real stubborn. Quit your whining. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to them. Of course they'll listen. Alert! Profane violation of the algorithm. Literally me. Get him, Pascal. Yeah! Get him, Batman!
I will level you.
Get fucked. Get fucked. Hardly seems sporting at this point. Can I reach any of them? Nope. Alright. Next best thing. Pascal! Pascal, did you shoot me?
Rejoice in battle!
Let's get to it.
Pew pew pew!
I'm in, maggot. Show me what you've got.
Abelard, dispose of the rabble for me, would you? Of course, Lord Rogue Trader. Abelard, you're fired.
Hold on.
Pew pew pew! Pascal, dispose of the riffraff for me. Now that's how it's done, Abelard. I hope you noticed a thing or two. Of course, Rogue Trader. Noticed what a great mighty trick you've become. Way to go, Argenta.
Out of my way.
Pew 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 pew. Abelard! Would you please dispose of the riffraff? Of course, my lord.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Well done, Abelard. You are rehired.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. I'm a right bloody barmy, mate, and I say let's get to it.
Pascal, kindly eradicate that man's testicles. As you will it, my lord. Thank you, Pascal. Bom, bom, bom.
Bruiser rebel. Bruiser? But I hardly know her, sir. Rebel gunner. Gunner? But I hardly know her, sir.
Streets of the capital.
Oh.
Chat. I thought for sure we'd finish with this section of the game today, but I'm just too fucking tired for any of this. Ugh. I'm gonna push through, chat, but my mommy is coming soon with food. She's got leftover dinners for me, and the second she shows up, I am jumping out. The corpse's throat has been ripped open, seemingly by a glancing blow from a none too sharp blade. Ah, time for the totally not suspicious guy.
Your lordship, Private Camille Regius ready to escort you to the command centre for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command centre.
The success to failure ratio of combat objectives completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I would advise the local leader to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops with servitor manifolds. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belongs to somebody else.
Apologies, your lordship.
The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear.
It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left, and it isn't always the right size.
Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You're hiding something behind those beaming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? The soldier gulps nervously under the stern gaze of Cassia's ruby eyes.
Fear, I guess. In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for. And I'm not done with life just yet.
How did you make it out alive if your entire convoy perished?
The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others had already died. The Emperor rest their souls.
What can you tell me about the insurgency?
The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship Caligus Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They're all heretics deserving of the most terrible death. Order will be restored and the guilty will be punished.
Enough talking, let's go to the command center.
Yes, your lordship. We'll have to take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk.
A repulsive, jagged wound stands as evidence of where this heretic was fatally struck in the back. An expression of utter astonishment is frozen on the slain rebel's blood-drenched face. The temple's tower collapsed onto the pavement and is blocking the way. It'll take days to clear the rubble. Something large and heavy plowed down the street down the entire width of the street. You can only guess what could have caused such damage. The gory prints have gone dry. Whoever left these grim marks came and went a long time ago. I love stealing, I love killing. The temple door does not budge. It may be blocked by rubble from the other side.
The Divine watches over us.
These bodies have been hacked up and dismembered using an unknown weapon. You have never seen... Oh, God. Oh! I got a shovel. Get him, Pascal.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Well done, Argenta.
Please follow me. You have arrived at your destination, and now you will die for Aurora and the final dawn.
I'm gonna make him sound like a dork the entire time, chat. You have been ambushed. Do 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 do. I cast brain aneurysm. Yeah. Abelard, go saw that man's balls off. Yes, my lord. His testicles have been removed. Bella. Ha!
I shall not fail.
As you command, my lord, his testicles shall be removed.
Victory is imminent.
Well done, Abelard. Well done indeed. Yes, yes. Yes, my lord Baldwin the Fourth.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Argenta, would you be a dear and smear their brains all over the pavement for me?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
No, you're just gonna miss all your shots. Okay. Cassio, would you be a dear and give them a brain aneurysm, please? Well done, my beloved. Ba, 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 ba. Ah. Warm.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Indeed they will, my beloved. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. I cast hysterectomy.
Let's make it quick.
Hey, get back here. How am I supposed to turn you into mincemeat if you keep running away?
I cannot serve you in this way.
Your victory means nothing. Aurora will come for you, and even if she doesn't, no one will escape the final dawn.
Updating data catalog. The characteristic tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rykad minus run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance negligence. It can only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. This phenomenon is depressing. Death to heretics and traitors.
I do not fear death at the hands of filthy dogs mired in their own lies. Take my soul, Aurora.
Da 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 da. Da da. 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 All right.
I'm not afraid of you.
You will be. You will be. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, goods. Always gotta remember to fill up on as much cargo as possible, chat. Cabela. Why don't you take the stasis injector? Since you are my little berserker. My little berserker, my little berserker. Abelard, I have new armor for you. Oh, well, your armor's already pretty fucking good, actually. Argenta, what about you? 25. Guess I could hold on to it. Yeah, I guess I'll just hold on to that armor for now. I have somebody else that needs it sooner or later.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Get it, Argenta.
A disorganized rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Rykad Minoris. Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here? I am not convinced.
Agreed.
Perhaps the Undying One did not claim him at the right time, and now he occupies a place that is not his. We will soon find out.
God, she's hot. They know what they were doing when they created that character, chat. Actually, no. Argenta should go there. You should go there. You will go there. You will be going to there. And you will be going to there. And I suppose that you can be going to there. Chat, we're gonna send these motherfuckers to meet God.
As the Emperor commands.
Boom! Well, I guess we'll just send one of them. I meant to do that, chat. It's a scare tactic. Holy shit. Ha! Get fucked. Ha! Get fucked. Give him a headache, Cassia. Sha! Pew, pew, pew. Man, that guy's terrible. Hold on. Pew, pew. Excuse me while I kill your friend.
Trust me.
It's 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Do. I'm a little high school girly and I'm gonna have some fun. Do.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
Based. Shoot him. Prank him, John.
With a warning to all who oppose us.
Look at me go, chat. Let's do our levels. I will take the additional death from aboves. I gain 4 movement points. Additional... Oh, okay, yeah. Sure, that one's fine. Cubella! The operative! I don't know what the operative stuff does. Abelard! Look at me go, chat. I cleared a path. Get him, Pascal. Prank him, John. You already know. Plat, 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 plat. 8 to 13 versus... I'm gonna take it just so I can have 2 chain swords, chat. Because that seems fucking sick. That seems sick, brah. 2 chain swords. You know, chat, if I had $1 million, you know what I'd do? 2 chicks at the same time, man. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Doing 2 chicks at the same time. Doing 2 chicks at the same time. Office Space, chat. Office Space was a good movie. I actually put a clip of that in my most recent video. It was fun. I think I'm going to be getting some good mileage out of that clip. Ah, goods. I love goodies. Goodies. Oop.
Follow the threads.
Argenta.
I need to look closer.
Come here. Really? Really, Argenta?
Never doubt me.
Pascal, go get me my goods.
Operation successful.
Operation successful. On his journey across a world caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretic's gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls. The Lord Captain ran a cursory glance over the room, assessing the situation. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had repulsive faces. Sorry. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. There was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers and cogitators, crates and voxcasters took up most of the space. Against their background, the structure of the space, the structure in the center stood out oddly. An enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceilings and crossed the half-lit room. The Lord Captain recognized the structure. The arch-enemy corrupted warden on Rykadia Philia used similar ones to cast sorcery. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power of the arch-enemy, inimical to all that is noble and virtuous in the universe. Anyone caught in the corrupted light it emits will face horrifying consequences. The Lord Captain patiently observed what happened next. As if commanded by a grim, unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once and, in a single movement, parted. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned toward a metal structure with a lens on top of it. Standing tall in the middle of a circle, melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn, bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hands, the lens had turned and focused ray feasted on the prisoner's eyes. Shot the warp lens!
The impure cannot escape their fate.
We got him, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Woo, woo, woo. Way to go, dickweed.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I can tell. You know how I can tell? Because you can't hit shit!
Chaos guides me.
My faith shields me.
Argenta, light him up.
Crunch is a prayer.
Argenta, we're not done yet.
Crush the feeble.
Out of my way.
Boo, boo, boo. Man, these guys would be really scary if they could hit anything.
The other side awaits.
Hiya!
High momentum.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Cassia, make that man an incel. Ah, Andrew Tate!
Death to the weak.
Bro, that's you. What are you talking about? Death to the weak. Motherfucker, you are the weak. Hey, don't poke my girlfriend. Only I get to do that.
It will be done.
Get him, Abelard.
Reduced to dust.
Nobody pokes my girlfriend and lives. Really, Abelard?
This is the body.
Whew, nice. Nice cock. Pew.
Death to non-believers.
Poo poo poo. Hey there, Silly Billy. What are you doing? Chop, chop, chop.
Chaos guides me.
Ah, get parried, bitch. I shall come sever your testicles.
Your corrupt state.
Got him. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
I serve the ruinous powers.
You serve yo mama. I'm gonna make sure I don't hurt my friends.
I'll do it.
Reloaded.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Get him, Cabela. Yeah, baby.
The arch-enemy's foul fingerprints.
Really, dude? Cabela's right there, and you're like, yeah, I'll shut off the
Nest of
steam.
wickedness. The heretics met the only end possible. Death at the hands of faithful servants of the Emperor.
Oh, we should probably talk to this guy, huh? No? Alright, bet. I'll grab that. Ritual site, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Get it, Pascal. Never mind. Argenta, if you please.
Duty prevails.
Oh, Argenta, please to be opening that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Argenta. Please do be disarming the bomb now. Thank you.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Need to be unlocking the safe now. Yes, sir. I would like the treasure. Thank you. Come again. Oh, we could be going down into the sewers next, SARS. SARS, we should be not be going to the sewers, SARS. You do not have the proper licenses. Please, sir. Sir, I'm afraid I must ask you not to yell at me. Well, chat. I think we should go to the sewers. Boo, boo, boo. Google Ducky.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
The voices belonging to many residents. Blah blah blah. I don't care.
I am registering unconventionally high efficiency for the unit Castiel Celia, relative to her limited experience. The unit status is being upgraded.
Knowledge is the key to everything, is it not, esteemed Magos? I learned this wisdom from your fellow priests, and it has helped me many times.
Treasures.
Our prayers are different, but I notice similarity in our attitudes towards ministry. It unites us.
Now, who are
You
you
are
talking to?
Only we know
my
what it
beloved.
is to pray to our intercessor at an altar in our struggle to protect those close to us, to be their spiritual shield.
Hey, I'm literally a priest. His head is shaped like a moon. Okay. Well, Argenta, why don't you go ahead and shoot this civilian? Double kill. Alright, and then Argenta, why don't you shoot this potential enemy recruit? Alright. My turn. Hoya! I missed?
Rejoice in service.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Cassia. I don't even know. Kill this dude.
As duty demands.
Kill this dude. And, you know what? Yeah, give me another shot, Cassia. Yeah, gotcha, bitch. Pascal, why don't you go ahead and come on over here? Yeah, remove that guy from existence, please. Cabela, speaking of removing people from existence. Damn it, he's making friends. Piece of fucking shit. Out my way. For the Emperor! Stop! You violated the law! Pay the courts a fine or serve your sentence.
Show me what you've got. Let's get to it.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Remember the Emperor!
Let's get to
These guys fucking suck.
scared, yeah?
Hold on.
Hold on. Are you fucking serious? This piece of shit. Holy fuck. These guys are kind of tough, chat.
God Emperor, move through me.
Alright,
Fire
Argenta.
in my heart.
Give them the Emperor's mercy. Well, could have done better.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Are you... Oh my god, Argenta. Shoot that guy. Alright, Cassia, do Argenta a favor here. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
Go
not
to
accustomed
hell.
to being ordered around.
Request approved.
Thank you, Pascal. Cabela. Why don't you just come on over here?
Blade and shield.
God, she's got good fucking movement. Like, holy shit.
At your beck and call.
Oh my way. Pew pew.
Someone. Army is mattered.
Haha, you don't get any more friends, bozo. Go light him up. Light his ass up. God damn it. Dum bum 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 bum.
Another phone painted black.
Another red door, painted black. Oh shit, I hit him. Nice. Pascal, light his ass up. Yeah! I see a girl walk by dressed in her summer clothes. Darkness goes. Dead. Yeah! Remember, chat, if you're able to get corrupted by chaos in the first place, you deserve to die. It is good and righteous that you die. Your death makes humanity all the stronger and more moral. Alright, chat, up to the warehouse. Yeah, go ahead and send that knife to my cargo. Exit to the upper way. I'll tell you what, chat, that timer hits 2 hours, I'm calling it. Yeah, I thought for sure my mommy would be here by now with my candies, but she's not. Which is fine. It's purely a charitable donation. I'm not entitled. Mom! Bring me my freaking Nuggies! Right now! Course the dino-shaped ones with ranch dressing! Blah, 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 blah. I don't know, chat. I'm just a goofy goober. Ah, these are the Arbites. Oh, sweet, the doggy! Get him, doggy. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Los Angeles Police Department. Los Angeles Police Department if California was a red state. Ah, I'd move immediately. God, that's beautiful.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal.
The huge cyber mastiff immediately stops snarling in your direction and goes quiet. Its stillness punctuated only by the thick globules of blood dripping from its metal fangs.
Proctor Exactant Solomon Anthar of the Adeptus Albates. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykad Minoris.
Well, first of all, you're clearly a heretic because it's pronounced Arbites. Abelard, what makes this man think he can demand anything of me?
His being a member of the Adeptus Arbites, I presume. One might say such a tone is an attribute of their occupation, your lordship. Proctor, before you stands rogue trader Von Valancius, the Emperor's anointed and bearer of the sacred warrant. As for his lordship's business on this planet, I'm afraid you do not have the authority to demand an answer. I would ask that you treat the Lord Captain with the same respect that you gave Lady Theodora. The late Lady Theodora.
Lord of the Andals and the First Men, Protector of the Roinar, Warden of the North,
So, Theodora von Valancius.
Esquire.
I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbates. I won't keep you any longer.
What was the nature of the arrangement between the Arbites and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
I thought the Arbites were local forces. I didn't think they were a galactic organization. You know, like the PDF. I thought the Arbites were like the PDF.
Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too.
What do you know about the situation?
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard.
Are you not supposed to help the governor gain control over this world? I thought that the maintaining of order was the foremost duty of any arbitrator.
Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Arbates. For now, I am simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene. Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty.
What's this about a missing ship?
It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable period, suddenly went dark as soon as it departed Rykad Minoris.
What does the stolen tithe entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rykad Minoris, they include the ceramite and explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
And what do you intend to do next?
Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up.
The cyber mastiff lets out a low growl and leans forward somewhere to the side. Oh, sorry, there should be a comma there. Somewhere to the sides, Solomon fires a shot in the same direction without even looking. You hear stifled gurgling rattle.
Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels. Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments.
I do indeed have more questions. So the governor is a suspect.
Every citizen of this planet is a suspect, but Governor Medina is under particular scrutiny. Seizing the sacred tithe requires access to information, resources, and power. The governor fits that profile. Then there's this rebellion. Convenient. How many records and crucial witnesses do you think will be lost? Some people call it cover-up. I do not like how aptly this term describes the present situation.
That is one fearsome-looking dog. I was impressed by its performance in battle.
That skirmish just now, Glato didn't even get to show off a tenth of what he is capable of. But he is quickly catching up with me for who's killed the most heretics today.
I am on the way to see the governor myself. You and your unit could accompany me.
I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's
Pity.
orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you.
Then I have no more questions.
May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
Why am I look like I'm fucking slumping. Hang on a minute. Okay. Hang on, chat. Phantom Cloak. Ooh, armor against warp damage. That's cool. She's already got the Cloak of Leadership. Warmonger Boots. Kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack. The attack does not spend all of the wearer's MP. Argenta, that's you to a T. Hits with a single shot attack. The target suffers slowed until the wearer's next turn. And the Phantom Cloak. Yeah, sure. Alright then, chatterinos. I think we're going to call stream there for today. Oh, you just showed up. I am winning, but I'm also ending stream because I am sleepy. So, nice of you to drop by though, Arna. It was good seeing you, as always. And thank you, everyone else, for dropping by. Our next stream will be on Wednesday. It's a day off, so I can actually start earlier if I like and kind of do whatever. But in the meantime, if you're just itching for some Nickel Necco content, hit up my YouTube channel, because I recently dropped a new video talking about Stellar Blade and the Gooner game phenomenon, if you will. So, thank you very much for dropping by, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening.